All right, so this is just another example of a number line that you can use to help with rounding. So if we had 12 and 325 thousandths, we've got the number line set up to where it's either going to round to 12 and 3/10, so we're rounding to the nearest tenths place, or 12 and 4/10. So we're going to use the next slide to kind of help us find the midpoint, and then we're going to actually plot this number on the number line to help us with the rounding. So our midpoint in between 12 and 3/10 and 12 and 4/10 would be 12 and 35 hundredths. And remember, you could put zeros at the end to kind of help determine that. In between 30 and 40 hundredths is 35 hundredths. And then we've got our number placed. So we've got 12 and 31 hundredths, 12 and 32 hundredths, and then 12 and 33 hundredths. And so our number isn't quite 12 and 33 hundredths, so that's why we see the dot here. It's 12 and 325 thousandths, so it's not quite to the 12 and 33 hundredths yet. So that we've got our dot here. But then we can use that for this last step, where we're trying to figure out if our number is closer to 12 and 4/10 if we're rounding to the tenths place, or 12 and 3/10. So we can see, it's not even to the midpoint yet, so it is going to be less. If it were exactly at the midpoint, then we would round up. But it's below the midpoint, so we go ahead and we round down to 12 and 3 hundredths, or 3/10. Sorry about that. So again, this number line can help you to see those kind of just a visual of where the number is on the number line. All right, so there are a few more problems like this on your Google form. So if you have questions, you can look back at this, draw number lines for the numbers that you're using. And again, the first step you want to do is just put what it's either going to be, if it rounds down or stays the same, or if it goes up. And then you'll place the midpoint, and then you can use the midpoint to put, where the actual number is. And then once you have done that, that can help you to see if it's closer to 12 and 4/10 or 12 and 3/10. All right, so I think that's it for now.